Hi. Hello, hello. All right. I have got something really cool to talk about today. Something that I think you're going to find incredibly powerful. So bear with me a sec. Do-do-do. All right. It is the most beautiful day here in Melbourne today. A little bit obsessed. We're going for 23 degrees Celsius if you're somewhere else, which is by far, I think, the warmest we've had it for quite a while. So this is kind of cool and exciting. And I'm feeling extra energetic and alive and everything. So that's awesome. All right. I don't think my laptop wants to play. That's okay. We will close that off. All right. Hello. Welcome. If you are new to me and my page, then welcome along. My name's Anna Brooks, and I am going to be talking to you today about money, and income, right? So the thing that it's kind of come through me today and that I've kind of wanting to get across to you, sorry, I'm just going to fiddle around the screen there, is income goals are really cool and everything, and they're great to have. And don't get me wrong, I definitely write out my income goals. It's part of my journaling. It's part of my meditation. It's part of my just daily habit of, receiving and being in the right state and all that kind of stuff. And it's all great and it's really nice and yada, yada, yada. But impact goals is the stuff that's actually going to get you to a place where the income means something, right? So often you will hear people when they first start to think about manifestation or journaling or creating their life on purpose, creating their lifestyle by design, and therefore income is part of it, and how much they want to be earning and how much they want to be making. When they first start doing that, very often, sorry, I just realized this is really tight top. So when they first start doing that, a lot of the time, they get to a stage where they're just kind of rewriting, okay, well, I want, 10K a month, I want 20K a month, I want whatever it is. And it just kind of becomes this arbitrary number. And don't get me wrong, income goals are great. They absolutely are something that you need to focus on if it's something that matters to you, if having a certain amount of money because of what it means to you in terms of the kind of freedoms that you will have, the kind of luxury that you'll have, the kind of security, safety, being able to provide for the people that matter to you, that kind of thing. That's amazing. That's awesome. And you've got to make sure that whatever your income goal is, it is actually something that you have a personal attachment to, that you have a personal why as to why you want that. Like saying, I want 100K a month because that'd be really awesome and cool, and then I could just throw money everywhere and be woo. That's nice and that's cool, but that's not a feeling. That's not something that you can really attach to. That's not something that the universe is going to understand or care about, because you have no personal attachment to it. You have no feelings and emotions. You have no real reason for that money, right? And the universe speaks in feelings and emotions. So if you don't actually have some kind of, anchor that pulls you towards that money goal, that income goal, it's going to be really difficult for you to manifest that and for you to actually achieve that, because it's just not going to reciprocate from where you're coming from, right? It's just one of those things that you think is cool, that'd be really awesome, that you would be really popular, and you'd just be really cool basically, and that everybody would look up to you and think, oh wow, you're awesome because you earn all this money, right? Not gonna work. You might, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of people who have set goals that are really cool and achieve them. But I will guarantee you that even those people had a deeper reason, a deeper, anchoring, a deeper attachment to why they wanted to do that, right? Even the most shallow of people that you would find, there was a reason why they believed that they truly deserved that, right? So when it comes to setting income goals, that's awesome. Absolutely do that. But the easier way to do this is to set impact goals, right? So rather than thinking in terms of, well, I want to earn X amount of money every month or every year or whatever it is, what if you actually translated that over into what kind of impact this is going to have? What does this actually have in terms of your greater goals in life? So, for example, for me in my business, it would be the number of people that I can impact, the number of people that I can work with one-on-one to create their lifestyle by design, to live their life on purpose, to break through all of their limitations and to manifest the kind of life that they truly want, right? And to be able to tune into themselves and actually do that. So for me to be the amount of people that I can work with in terms of that, that is my impact. The impact is, you know, whether it's all of my free contents, all the videos and blogs and everything that I do, and free gifts and programs and stuff as well, to obviously just reach as many people as possible, right down to the paid stuff, whether it's working with me one-on-one, whether it's doing VIP days, whether it's doing any of my programs, that kind of thing. Everybody's at different levels, obviously, in their journey. And so they will move into what I'm offering in different levels, and that's fine. However, if I focus on just, okay, well, I'm releasing this program and this is the amount of money that I want to make from it, that's not actually going to anchor the feelings and the emotions that I need in order to sell that program, because that program is going to sell because of the impact that it has on people, right? Whatever the end result is, whatever the end, basically the reason that the program exists, the reason that the people want it. Nobody's going to buy a program from me because they want to pay me money. If they want to pay me money, they can just transfer me money, I guess. But the point is, that's not their goal, right? So that's not going to be any attachment there. I'm not going to be able to sell anything by going, I want to make $10,000 from this program. So I'm going to release it and that's what I'm going to focus on. That's not going to reciprocate. That's not going to generate that kind of momentum within the relationship that I have with my clients, right? If I focus instead on the impact, if I focus instead on even just one individual that I think that this program is going to be perfect for, that this offer is going to be perfect for, and I think about how they will feel when they partake in this, what kind of results they're going to get, how this is going to impact their life, how this is going to change their life. I get into the feelings and emotions that they feel and the impact that whatever I'm offering, whether it's a program, whether it's one-on-one, whatever it is, when I get into the state of actually feeling and loving and really focusing on the impact that this is going to have, well, that's going to sell it anyway. So therefore, I'm going to get to the income goal anyway. Or close to it or above it or whatever it is, whatever the universe has deemed is, you know, what I need in this moment, right? And that's fine. That's all good. Release. But I'm not going to get there by focusing on the income. I'm going to get there by focusing on the impact that this is going to have. So however this translates into what you do, whether you work for someone else, whether you run your own business, whether you do more than one business like I do, whatever it may be, that's fine. It really doesn't matter, because either way, there's going to be an impact that your job has. Otherwise, your job would not exist. So it doesn't matter if you're working for someone else or if you're in your own business for yourself. At the end of the day, the reason that your role exists or the reason that you've created the business that exists is because there is a need or a want within the world that you are fulfilling, right? So there is an impact to be had on people's lives in some way, whatever shape or form that may be, whether it's a physical product, whether it's a service-based product, whatever it happens to be. The impact need is there, right? So if you think about it in terms of, okay, well, especially if you're in a sales type position, I guess this is easier. It's a little bit harder to wrap your head around when you're not in a sales based or bonus or commission based business, because you may think, and it's a limiting belief to think that my wage is set, for example, that this is my role, I come and do this stuff and my wage is set, right? And if that's fine, if you have no want to increase your income, then that's fine. Then this video is probably not for you, because it doesn't really make a difference, right? But for the people who want to increase their income, and even if you're in a job that you don't really see how your income could increase, that's just a limiting belief. There is ways that your income can increase, but you need to think of it in terms of impact, right? So if you think of it in terms of a salesperson, the more money that they will make for the business or for themselves or whoever they happen to be working for, obviously their income is going to go up. Or if not, they're going to go and find a role where that's rewarded, right? Because nobody's going to stay in a role for very long, especially salespeople who value their services and value what they can provide, will not stay in a role for long if they are in a position where, well, you're going to get paid X amount every month, regardless how many sales you make, versus someone who's going to be paid, well, X amount for this many sales, and then you get paid X plus for another whatever percent for the extra sales or whatever it is, right? That's the whole point of having the, incentive, right? To increase the income. That's just one way though. That's just one way that most people think of in terms of increasing the income, is to just go through that kind of stuff, right? But if you think about it in terms of a job that you don't necessarily see, there's no bonuses or commissions and you don't really know how that extra money would come in. Think of it in terms of if you are working for someone else, if you increase the impact that you're having on the company in whatever way, whether it's customer satisfaction, whether it's efficiency, whether it's being like literally creating efficiency within your role so that you can take on more tasks and therefore increase the productivity in the business. Like there's so many different things that you can do. And there's no way that I could ever list all of them, because this is where belief comes in. You have to believe that you have the ability within you to impact the business in some way, to impact your job and your career and your work in whatever way it is, in a way that would either mean you would get a wage increase, or you could or they might introduce a bonus or a commission structure, or you might get promoted, or like there's just so many things that can happen, right? There's so many things. There's no way. I'm just not going to bother trying to list them all. The point is having the belief that, well, no, my role is set. This is it. This is all I can do. That is a limiting belief, and that is part of the reason why you're not increasing your income, if that is what you want to do, right? But to take it back to my point from what I'm talking about today, if you want to increase your income, think about increasing your impact, because regardless how it goes, how it all plans out and everything like that, if you increase the impact that you're having on others, on your business, on whatever products it is that you make or services or whatever, there is always an impact being made on other humans. If you can increase that impact that is being made, then your income will increase regardless. So, and if you're not, because people will go, oh yeah, but I could do all of this and I could, do all this stuff and my boss won't give a shit. They'll just, keep hammering me more. If I do more work, they'll just throw more at me, blah, blah, blah. Cool. What's going to end up happening is you're going to find a new opportunity to work for someone else or to be promoted within the company or whatever it is that is going to mean that you get what you want, right? Because trust me, if you are in the position where you are putting more effort in to impact people more and you are not being rewarded for it, or you are not being, you're not feeling appreciated for it or anything like that by the powers that be, you will get to a point, regardless who you are, you will get to a point where you've just had enough and you're like, no, I'm going to look for something else. And that's when you will be in that state to receive something better, right? That's not to say though that with the right mindset and with the right tools, you could definitely just influence your bosses, your current employers, or whatever it is to move into that direction. But that's a topic for a whole another day. Something I definitely work on with some of my private clients is, how to basically, especially in an employer-employee based situation, because obviously if you run your own business, you just have to deal with yourself mostly, then it's that position of being able to actually influence and change the actions and the way that people relate to you in a business sense, in a career that you might think, okay, well, my boss will never reward me for any more work. My boss will never do this. You'd be surprised. You teach people how to treat you. So, all right, losing my voice for no apparent reason. That's all I have to say today. That's basically the takeaway that I wanted to get to you guys today, which is just, look, income goals are great and they're awesome, and definitely go do them because they will keep you on track and they will keep you focused. So that's awesome. Yay. But impact goals is where you're actually going to get the results, and the income will just happen as a byproduct anyway. So you may as well just focus on the impact and get both, right? As opposed to just maybe sometimes getting some income goals happening. Okay. Cool. All right. So I'm going to finish it there today. Before I go, I want to give you a little sneak peek. I haven't even popped this in the comments, so I will pop it in afterwards. Do I even know how long I've been on? No, I can't even pop that. Okay, that's okay. So I've been doing a lot of tuning in this week and a lot of sort of contemplating and just allowing things to happen as they need to, so that I can get to a stage. I've been feeling this brewing of a new program coming up, and it's sort of it started to creep into me today. Like I got the download for the name, I got the sort of hazy idea of how it's going to work, but I definitely want to hash out a little bit more of the details before I tell you too much. But there is something really, really, really amazing happening and coming up, and I need to give you a little sneak clue on what it could be about without giving away too much, because I have already got the name. What can I say? It's going to be about tuning into who you truly are, right? So it's going to be a little bit for people who maybe, for you, if you wonder sometimes whether you're your own worst enemy, basically. If you kind of understood how you truly worked and what parts of you actually influence your decisions and how you do things, you feel like maybe if you just had a bit of a better grasp on who you actually are and how you work, you would be able to get better traction, get better consistency towards the kind of goals that you're setting yourself. All right, I'm going to leave it there because I know if I keep talking, I'll just give it all away. So I'm going to leave it there. If you have any questions about today's live stream, anything you wanted to ask me, please pop a comment down below, or feel free to private message me. Either way, I would love to hear from you, and have an amazing weekend if I don't see you before then, and I will see you guys next week. Remember to live life on purpose. Bye.